What's going on? Come with me for a 10 kilometre road race.
Stay on your mind, come back every time, baby, I'ma keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving.
So tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, I've got the Gibraltar Athletics 10 kilometre road run. I'm going to be going for a PB. My current PB is 46 minutes. I'd like to get under 45, which is going to be quite a tall order for me at the moment. I'm not tapered any way, shape or form. Actually quite the opposite. I've had quite a heavy week of training. I think I'm over 100-mile cycle. I've done, I think, 6 kilometres of swimming, and this will put me to, I think, about an 18 miles run. So a relatively busy week for me. Today we were out on a 50-mile ride and we're just ripping each other's legs off the whole way. So I am quite fatigued, but no excuses. It's just I've decided not to taper for this, and hopefully we can get a PB. My last PB was set in the same conditions. I was just in a training block and decided to have a bash at a 10k. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to take you along for the journey. So, like I said, it's the night before. I've just had a high carb meal just to replenish all the carbohydrates I've lost today and to keep myself topped off for tomorrow morning. I'm also tonight going to preload with a Precision Hydration 1500 milligram sachet of sodium, and then I'm just going to get a good night's sleep and get up probably 7, 8-ish tomorrow and have a decent, probably, if I'm 3 hours before the start, it would be 7. I'll have a 300 gram of carbohydrate breakfast. If I'm 2 hours before, I'll probably have a 200 gram, and I normally try and work it like that. 4 hours before, 400 grams, and so on. Or an hour before, I'd only have 100 grams. And then nutrition plan on the day. I'm probably going to take a gel just before, but obviously it's only 10k, so I'm going to just try and be hydrated before and not take anything with me. So yeah, I'm going to get this drink down, and I will catch you in a minute, and we're going to get my kit out and show you what I'm going to be wearing and what shoes I'm going to be using tomorrow. Cheers. So, kit for tomorrow. I've got it all nicely laid out here. So starting with the shorts, I've got these Gymshark, I think they're 6-inch running shorts. I really like them. They don't have the inner liner. I'm not a massive fan of them. So yeah, Gymshark shorts. I've got my Precision Hydration cap. I'll be using one of these Precision Hydration 30 gram gels just before the start. I'm going to have my Oakleys on, Garmin Phoenix 6 Pro, along with the Garmin heart rate monitor to go with it. I've got my ZXU race belt because I'm an absolute triathlete, not a runner. So my number will go on that, so I don't need to pin my numbers on my t-shirt. £5 race entry for tomorrow. It's a nice cheap race, probably the cheapest one I've ever done. And then I've got race skin, nice Navy Triathlon socks and t-shirt, and that's why I don't want to put pins in that, because it's quite like soft silky material. It'll leave a hole in it. And then most importantly, I've got the Hoka Rocket X2s, brand new carbon mid-soled shoe. I've never actually ran in these yet, but obviously I'm not tapering. I'm not really that fussed about this race, so I thought, what better day to break in a new pair of shoes than just a 10k experimental run. But yeah, that's my kit for tomorrow. I'm quite excited about it. It's currently 11:15, so I'm going to get down to bed shortly and try and get a good night's sleep before I'm up I think I'm going to get up at 7. Good morning, and what a wonderful morning it is. The weather is absolutely perfect. It's not too hot. The sun's just coming up. It should be about 18 to 20 degrees when I start the run. Completely dry, next to no wind, and we had a brilliant sleep. So I'm just fueling this morning with, I've got 4 scoops of this, so 60 grams of carbs and 1,000 milligrams of sodium. One of these to put me to 2,000 milligrams of sodium in 950 mils of water, so I'm nice and hydrated, along with hydrated with sodium. We're just having a nice coffee, and this is about to be 4 Weetabix. So yeah, that's the prep this morning. I've just got a couple of jobs to do. I'm going to do a little bit of stretching, and then I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to drive down and park in the free car park nearby the start. There I'll do a little bit of a warm-up, a couple of dynamic stretches, and then it'll be go time. Just to go sub 45 minutes, hopefully. It's going to be a bit of a stretch. 7:15 per mile is on the upper limits of what I've been doing on track sessions, but I don't think it's unachievable, especially in new shoes. So all going well, with no nutrition falters or no issues with the new shoes, because obviously we're trying a few new things. But yeah, all going well. I think it's achievable, and we'll see how it goes. The conditions couldn't be better. I'm slightly fatigued from yesterday. I got a little bit of sore legs, but nothing major, and we'll just see what happens. Right, we'll see you at the start.
Stay on your mind, come back every time, baby. I'ma keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving.
Well, that was tough. We've done 45 minutes and 12 seconds, so it's still a pretty big PB. We're just back in the car. I'm going to head home, and then we'll do a proper debrief. So just a quick debrief on today's Gibraltar Athletics 10k road run. It's part of a series, but it's probably one of the only ones I'm going to manage to do in the series, just because I've got quite a busy schedule. Firstly, the event itself was very, very well organised. We turned up, given our bibs, just doing a warm-up, and then was taken up to the start line. It's probably about 100 people, I want to say, so quite a busy thing for them to organise, but it was really well done. And then they managed the difference in speeds really well. They had marshals out on the whole course, and I would imagine the front group had the same amount of marshals as I did, as well as the back group. I think I landed round about in the middle somewhere. But yeah, it was a really good event, nicely well organised. The route itself was, so we did a lap of the rock. I personally would have picked going the other way around, because you go up through a tunnel rather than up a fresh air hill and then down through the tunnel, and it gets a little bit stuffy and fumey through there, and it's excuse me, it's really quite dry and not the nicest of things to run through. But today it was actually alright. It's a Sunday, so roads are relatively quiet, so it's had time to air out, and it wasn't as bad as I originally thought it was going to be for that route. But all in all, yeah, pretty good route, very well organised event, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So on that note, I'd like to say thank you very much to every single person in the organising team and all the marshals, who were all fantastic, telling you exactly where to go. They were holding traffic back, and we were actually running on the roads, and cars were having to overtake us. So it was actually really good. It wasn't closed roads. That's the only thing that you could change, but probably not in Gibraltar, because there's not very many alternative routes. So, no, absolutely fantastic route, and well organised event. Nutrition on the event, yeah, I had absolutely no problems. I took a gel just beforehand, preloaded on 1,500 milligrams of sodium the night before and this morning, and then took on 60 grams of carbs in the form of Precision Hydration's carb only mix with the sodium tablets. So that was within like an hour before, and then I had a big breakfast, and I didn't take anything on the run at all. I was needing a drink. My mouth was very, very dry after the tunnel, but that was fantastic. There's no aid stations on the run, but it's only 10k, you don't really need it. And you just kind of suck it up. And then on to the results. So I don't know official placings, and I don't really care, to be perfectly honest. But in terms of time-wise, timed by myself on my own watch, press start on the start of the flag going at the beginning, and then obviously stop at the end. But it was just over 10k. I think I came in at 6.3 miles. So that's 0.1 of a mile over, which is good in my eyes because it makes sure that you actually go over the 10k mark. Much more than that, and I would have not found that great very, very quickly. But 10k PB, quite a bit of elevation going around the rock. You've got two relatively, well, one significant hill and one kind of lumpy bit, going through a few more tunnels and downhills and things like that. So obviously not completely flat, a little bit of wind, headwind on the way back up the western side. But no, from my previous 10k, which was pan flat, paced perfectly and paced out for me, my previous 10k was 46.11. I've taken 59 seconds off that today on a hilly course, in slightly windy conditions, but pretty good conditions, but very similar conditions to the time I sat my last PB. So I'm pretty content that that's all fitness, and there's probably another 30 or 40 seconds in there if I was to redo it on a flat course. So really happy with that. 45 minutes and 12 seconds. 12 seconds shy of what I looked to achieve, but when I said what I wanted to achieve, I'd misread the route. I thought it was a pan flat route, so I'm actually really, really happy with that. And I've actually managed to take 6 seconds off a 5k time in a 10k, and that 5k time was also set in my last 10k. I've never really done a 5k, so I'm pretty happy with that. Things are moving in the right direction. This is all just a training run, non-tapered, and it is aimed towards getting me quicker at my half marathon time is the main thing, and not even just half marathon time, half marathon off the bike in a 70.3. So it's moving in the right direction. The track workouts are working, and I just think I need to continue doing what I'm doing, and hopefully in Bahrain we can take that 11 minutes out of my last 70.3 time and get me under that 5 hour mark. So that's what we're really pushing towards. We've had a big week this week. We've ran 19 miles in total, cycled 100 miles and swam 5 kilometers and done 1 strength and conditioning session. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and continue to show your support. I'm really happy with how this channel's going, and I'm just trying to stay consistent. I've got a very exciting video coming up. We're filming it today with Jack from Precision Fuel and Hydration. He's going to come and do a sweat test on me, and we're going to deep dive into everything sweat test, why it matters, how much sodium you should be taking roughly, and how you work this out roughly, and then how you can book yourself in and get a sweat test, so you've got a precise number of how much sodium you need to use when you're training and when you're racing. So that's going to be a really good one, nice informative video, and I'm also quite excited to see how much I need, and I'll be using that a lot going into Bahrain to make sure I do not cramp up in the hot weather of Bahrain. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and that's it for this one. I'll catch you on the next video.